South African Federation of Trade Unions says it will on Saturday observe the World Day for Decent Work and salute the trade union movement across the world for fighting throughout the decades to mitigate exploitation and strive for decent work. Now, 7 October was dubbed the International Day for Decent Work in 2008 to recognize the role of trade unions and workers' rights. Meanwhile, Goal 8 of the 2030 Agenda by international labor organizations calls for the promotion of sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and also decent work. Now, Trevor, Shaku, spokesperson for South African Federation of Trade Unions, SAFTU, joins us to discuss more on this. Thank you so much for joining us, Trevor.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thanks for having us.
Good afternoon. All right. So how far has South Africa come in providing decent work for its citizens? And what are the elements or even the issues about decent work in South Africa that you could actually also tell us how far they've come since 1994?
So what we see is that there's been a fluctuation in a number of non-standard work. And remember, non-standard work is one of the ways through which the International Labour Organization measures whether an employment is a decent work or not. And a lot of indecent work goes with non-standard work. So there's been a fluctuation between 6% and 12%. And in numbers, that translates into about 1 million and above of workers who constantly are within the trough of non-standard work. Secondly, there are retrenchments that are taking place across industries, especially with the industrializing effect of the economic stagnation in the 70s that led to a miscarried industrialization policy and industrialization process in the country, led to a number of good jobs in the industries vanishing through unemployment, and the economy unable to be able to create decent work in other areas of the economy. And as a result, we have such particular instance. And as we speak, you have types of non-standard work, such as casual work, such as temporary work, part-time work, and zero contract works. And all of these are actually not providing the job security for the workers. They're not providing a decent living wage. They're not providing even good working conditions. Quite often, in those particular sections of our economy, there is less regulation, and as a result, employers keep on exploiting and even abusing.
All right, Trevor, if you can actually hear me, how does your union engage with younger workers and also ensure that their concerns or needs are addressed in the fight for decent work?
So our federation does engage with young people generally across the country, but also through the trade union affiliates of the federation itself, to fight for the resolution of the problem of indecent work across the economy. And one of the ways we do that is to fight against the exploitation and the indecent work in a program led by government called the Expanded Public Works Program. In those particular programs, workers are actually not enjoying job security. Quite often, contracts in such particular types of jobs span 1-year contract, although government and government officials quite often increase and renew those particular contracts arbitrarily without proper procedure and without absorbing those particular workers. There are other cohort of workers who are working in what we call community works program, which is quite often managed by the municipalities at the local level. It still operates more like the Expanded Public Works Program. And the third cohort is of those who are working in the platform industry, those who are workers who are based in the app-based companies like your Bolt, Uber, and Mr. Delivery, who are delivering food. So we've been mobilizing them. We are fighting, taking some of the cases, especially in the e-hailing industry, to court so that we can pursue the recognition, the battle for the recognition of these workers as employees so that they can also enjoy some of the rights which accrue to any employee in the country.
All right. Thank you so much, Trevor Shaku, for speaking to us on this. We understand how important decent work is in every economy, and we hope that South Africa continues to make progress on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.